All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're looking at silver investing.
Ooh, silver.
Yeah.
So
It is interesting, and our only source today is this forum discussion thread called Silver FOMO and the Urge to Stack.
Okay.
And essentially what's happening is someone's thinking about selling literally everything they own to start stacking silver.
Wow, that's commitment.
Yeah, it is a lot of commitment. So that begs the question, like, what is it about silver that's making people feel this, like, intense urge to invest in it?
Right.
And is that even a wise move to, like, put all your eggs in one basket like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bold move for sure.
Yeah.
But it really speaks to, I think, the allure of silver.
Right.
It's something that for centuries has kind of been seen as a safe haven asset. It's, kind of the thing that people flock to when the economic winds start to get a little rough.
So, like, when you say rough, you mean, like, wars, recessions?
Exactly.
Like big stuff?
Yeah, like major global uncertainty, any kind of, political or economic turmoil. Yeah. People tend to turn to silver because historically it's held its value pretty well.
So is there like a specific example that comes to mind when you think about like silver as like this historical safe haven asset?
Yeah, I mean, if you look back at the 1970s, for example,
okay,
the stock market was really struggling.
Right.
Inflation was just absolutely through the roof.
Crazy high.
And there was this, pervasive sense of uncertainty in the air. And what happened? Well, silver just saw this massive surge in value. It actually outperformed the stock market by quite a bit.
Wow.
So it became this refuge for investors who were looking for some kind of stability in a world that felt very unstable.
Okay, so it sounds like this person's instinct to like turn to silver in times of uncertainty isn't totally unfounded.
Right.
But I mean, selling everything does seem a little extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, it is like putting all your eggs in one basket.
It is. And that's where the concept of diversification comes in.
Right.
Financial experts will always tell you, don't go all in on any single investment.
Diversify.
Exactly, no matter how promising it seems.
Okay, so how do you strike that balance then between like spreading your risk and actually seeing decent returns?
Right, that's the key question, right?
Yeah.
And it really comes down to understanding your own personal risk tolerance and what your financial goals are.
Okay.
Think of it this way, like building a house, you wouldn't build an entire house out of just one material, right?
No, I guess not, unless it's a gingerbread house or something.
Exactly. A well-diversified portfolio is like a sturdy house. It's built with a mix of materials, stocks, bonds, real estate, maybe even a sprinkle of precious metals like silver.
Right.
So how much silver you add to that mix really depends on your individual circumstances. How much risk are you comfortable with?
So diversification's key.
Yeah.
But I'm still curious, like, why is silver seeing this like surge in popularity right now?
Yeah.
Is it just FOMO or is there more to it?
I mean, it's definitely not just FOMO, although that's always going to be a factor, right?
Sure.
But, inflation is a huge concern right now.
Oh,
just like it was back in the 70s. Right. And when your money buys less and less over time, people naturally start looking for assets that can hold their value.
Right. Makes sense.
And then you've got all the geopolitical stuff going on in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Conflicts, political instability, you name it. And those things tend to push people towards safe haven assets like silver historically.
Makes sense.
And then you've got the growing distrust in traditional financial systems. Some people see silver as a way to kind of opt out of that system, take control of their financial destiny outside of the traditional banking world.
So it sounds like there's some pretty legitimate reasons why someone might be drawn to silver right now.
There are.
It's not just like trying to make a quick buck.
No, it's not just about fear or trying to get rich quick.
Right.
Silver can actually play a strategic role in a well-thought-out portfolio, especially as a hedge against all this uncertainty that we're talking about.
Okay.
But here's the thing. You should never let fear or hype dictate your financial decisions. Do your research, understand the risks and potential rewards, and make informed choices that align with your own financial goals.
So it's about finding that sweet spot, acknowledging the historical allure of silver, recognizing why people are interested in it right now,
Right.
but also making sure it fits into your overall investment strategy.
Exactly. You got it.
Okay, so I guess a final thought for our listeners today then is, how do you perceive the role of precious metals like silver in today's world?
Yeah. Is it a relic of the past? Is it a fear-driven trend? Or is it a strategic tool for navigating an uncertain future?
That's a good question.
It is a good question, and we encourage you to continue exploring this topic and forming your own informed opinions.
All right. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.